Back to pondering. Coggeshall. The whole universe revolves around Coggeshall. Well, especially for those who live here. Many who've grown up here. I'm David. Welcome to this vlog. This is the vlog that really should be the first vlog. A vlog that tells me to tell you a little bit about myself. But you don't really want to know everything all in one lump. Life is a journey in reality. Nobody knows much about themselves when they come into life. When they're born. When you're first born, you don't know much at all, really. Just your basic instincts. I'm hungry, I'm tired, I hurt, what's going on? Basic questions. What's going on? That's probably the first question we ask ourselves in life. You see, people don't really have the advantage of knowing everything when they're born. They just look, see the horizon, don't quite know what it is, recognise mum and dad when they're young, learn to play. It's all a journey of discovery, self-discovery. That journey never stops. Now here's the bit that should be the first video, really. I'm David. That's the first name I was given when I was born. And then my mum gave me several other names, Oi You, and Naughty Boy, and well, you know how it goes on. As you grow up, you get given all sorts of names. Some names I couldn't repeat on this. Some names I wouldn't want to repeat. But you go through life discovering everything about how to relate to people, how to relate to society, how to live in society, the rules you're supposed to obey. Some things you wished you were told at the very beginning but never were. And in a way it's a bit like cycling, isn't it? Balance. Balance. Staying balanced on your journey. My journey started back in 1954. That's when I came into the world, kicking and screaming. 1954. Today's the 1st of February 2020. Today is a historical day in a sense. But some people are sad about today, some people are happy about today. A great deal, many more people, so we're told, are happy about today. Me, I'm happy about today, but I find happiness in everything. But that's me. I'm not going to get into the political arguments about Brexit and leaving and remaining and should we be doing this and should we be doing that. Basic things like we should be able to feed ourselves and as a country and not lose our ability to farm. Farming's good. Farming is the best thing. Why? Because in farming you can produce all the food that you need to live. And no country can survive without its basic agriculture. And those are lessons that countries need to learn. But today it's all about big business and making money. That's not the subject we're talking about here. We're going to this tree. I like this tree since we was last here. I want to give it a hug because it's seen a few things like trees do, like the big mature trees. They've grown up and seen many things. Look at this. The bark. 1954. That was a good year. New queen on the throne. Britain had come out of the war, the 50s. A good year. Not a tire, a good year. I lived and grew up as a child of the 50s and right through the 60s. Saw different things. Saw the first man on the moon. That inspired me as a child. Gave me an interest in science. I was never very successful in terms of education. My education was back in the old days. I never graduated and went to college and all that. I did all my learning later on in life. I've got a diploma in electronics, computer servicing, hence my fascination with electricity. But I also had hobbies as a child. I learned to play the guitar. So that gave me an interest in music and an understanding really of harmony. Harmony not just musically, but harmony in so many different ways. Because in electrics, harmony and vibration, what they call frequency, is an important thing. In life, frequency, high frequency, low frequency, but your vibration, the way you interact with different people where you might be on a certain frequency of understanding or frequency of emotion. Cycles, that's the word I'm fishing for. Cycles. Throughout my life I've done different things, many different things, and I educated myself after school as a working person. I've been a working person, not one of the working classes. I don't like talking about class because we're all humans. We're all in the same class in a way. Although some people are more wealthy than others, and they like to consider themselves a higher class than the poorer. But it isn't that. That's the thing. Class doesn't measure a person. People think that you can measure a person by how they're educated. but that's not necessary. It's the heart of a person that makes the person, not education. But this is an introduction to me. You see, this is my head. This is how I think. I ponder all sorts of things. Sometimes I get so many ponderings all in one go, it can be a bit overwhelming, but wondrous, because you see so many things. And I see life like I see this view here, filtered through the branches of these trees. Look, I see that. On a lovely day, it's a beautiful day today, sunny, and I can't ask for anything that's more satisfying than being able to sit down and feel the sun on your face. And in a way you can feel, if you sit and you're quiet, and if you're not of a troubled mind at that moment, or even if you are, it can help. You can feel the energy of the sun just permeate your very being, right down to the bones. It's lovely. It's beautiful. Just to take a moment in life to sit still and just enjoy being. Being who you are, not who you are in status, but who you are as a living, breathing human being on this earth. It's wonderful just to feel nature, to feel the universe feeding you energy. It's beautiful. I close my eyes like this because the sun's just there. But it's wonderful because you close your eyes and you can see it through your eyelids. You can still see the light, but you can feel the heat, the warmth. There's a little bit of a wind, but I hope it's not too much noise on the microphone. Life is a journey. There's no doubt about it. We don't know, do we? We don't know. We're not given a handbook. That would make childbirth very interesting for ladies. Very painful. It's painful enough. So I've been told. Being born with a handbook, it's a bit doesn't bear thinking about, does it? There's a hand. Nobody tells you. We're born not knowing anything really. I grew up not knowing, not being educated about male-female relationships or anything like that. It's just things that you pick up along the way. I don't know how it happens, whether it's instinct or what. We're not told A and B, this fits together, and the birds go out and gather pollen and come back, and the lady gets pregnant. The birds don't gather pollen, by the way, it's only bees, but birds and the bees. But I say it that way to underscore how confusing things are to us, because we're told confusing things like birds and the bees. Oh, the little dicky bird. Mum, how did I come into the world? Ah, the stork brought you. Imagine telling your kids that. They grow up believing it. I was brought into the world by a stork. It's a fantasy. And we still teach our children fantasies. And they're still teaching us fantasies, aren't they? If I get a bit political, you'll understand where I'm going with it. I'm not going to be political, but there is a political connotation to that. This is wonderful. Because this experience is not a lie. It's the only true thing. What you feel from the sun, the sight that you see over there, that beauty, the clouds, the blue sky, I don't know whether you can see the clouds and the blue sky very well, but it's all there. It's lovely. The sky meets the horizon. But that whole thing, look at that. You're looking down on me now, I'm not looking down on you. Wonderful. This is me, David. This is who I am.